All right, folks, welcome back to our how to create a animatronic horror bear in Autodesk Maya. Um, Previously, or in the last episode, we got our character's waist working. We also got the torso started, but we still now need to do the arms and the hands. And so we kind of put this off till last because of all of the chaos that's down here in the hands. So what I'm going to do first, let's go to General or Workspace General, reset current workspace, go to File, Set Project. Let's look for our Fred project, then do a File, Open Scene, open Fred 21, and then let's do a file save scene as. We'll call this Fred 22. All right, so now that we've got Fred 22 ready, what we are going to do is begin working on these two arms. Once we get them rigged, ready to go, then we will make them children of the torso. And then we will be set to do a couple final things to end off this video. And then our bear will be ready to start animating in the future. So I'm going to first go to display at the top, animation, joint size. I'm going to go ahead and drop these down to like 0.5. Make them a little smaller so that we can see some of the other stuff along with it. Then I'm going to go to window, make sure my outliner is visible, which is right here. Go to this drop down in the top left, change it to rigging. So we get our rigging menus. And let's get this started. So I'm going to open up the controls and I'm going to open up joints for right now. And we're going to kind of start our way uh, from the top and just work our way down. So I'm going to start on the left-hand side. So I'm going to go with the left upper arm control, hit Control G. I'm going to rename it left upper arm control. Then I'm going to select the upper arm joint, left upper arm joint, shift click the upper arm mesh, and I'm going to go to skin, find skin. Then I'm going to select my control here and control select my left upper arm joint. Tell it to constrain parent. I'm going to work my way down now. Grab this control, which is the left forearm control, hit Control G, rename it left forearm control. Then I'm going to have to choose the joint in here for the left forearm because I can't see it in here. And I'm going to shift click the mesh. I'm going to go to skin, find skin. Then I'm going to grab my left forearm control, actually grab the control or grab this blue one here because we want that to be the parent. Then I'm going to control select my left forearm joint, constrain parent. If I just click away and grab that one now, it moves. Work my way down a little further. Go to the wrist, which is actually the hand control. It's Control G. Let's call this left hand control. Then I'm going to look for the, I think we called it left palm. Yep, left palm joint. Controls or shift click the, so left palm joint, shift click the palm itself, skin, bind skin, then grab the actual control and control select the left palm joint, constrain parent. Now that moves where it should. All right, now we get to the tedious part of the arms because if you remember, we set it up to have two controls for each finger. One for the main base of the finger, one for the knuckle there. That way we can kind of make them look like they can grip stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start by we'll do the thumb. So I'm going to take the left thumb one control and I'm going to hit Control G. I'm going to rename it left thumb one control. Also going to go ahead and do the left thumb two control while we're at it. So I'll call that one left thumb two control. All right. Then I'm going to grab this joint, which is the thumb joint, shift click the mesh. I'm going to tell it skin, bind skin. Now is the thing that's a little different than what we've been doing previously. Because we have specific joints that have to be linked to these controls, we have to go in here. So if I go to my left thumb joint, I'm going to click this plus sign to open it up. This is the main one. This is the knuckle. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to go to grab this control here, and then I'm going to control select the left thumb joint, and I'm going to choose constrain parent. Then I'm going to click away and grab this control for left thumb 2. I'm going to control select joint 36 to select the knuckle joint, constrain parent. That way this particular joint will control below it, while the other one will control the whole thing. All right, we're not going to do any parenting of the controls yet because we're going to do these others first. Get them all out of the way. So I'm going to go to this next control, which is my left pointer 1 control. Hit Control G. We're going to call it left pointer 1 control. Then we're going to grab the next one. Hit Control G. Call it left pointer 2 control. Then we're going to grab our pointer. I'm going to go ahead and close this thumb for now. Going to go to the left pointer joint, open it up. I'm going to select the first, or actually let's select left pointer joint, then shift click the mesh till it's skin, bind skin. Then grab our pointer 1 control right here. If you're choosing from the outliner, make sure you are selecting the blue wavy curve control, not the group control, but the curve. That's why I'm selecting them out here so I don't accidentally grab the group. Then I'm going to control select the left pointer joint, constrain parent, click away, grab the left pointer 2 control, but again, I'm selecting out here so I can make sure I grab that one. Control select the knuckle joint and do constrain parent. All right, let's move on to the next, which is going to be our middle finger controllers. So I'm going to select that, hit Control G, rename it left middle 1 control. Then I'm going to grab the next one, which is the left middle 2 control that I just grabbed. So I'm going to call that left middle 2 control. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close the pointer and I'm going to open the middle finger joint. I'm going to select the middle finger and the mesh, go skin, bind skin. Then I'm going to grab my middle finger 1 control and select left middle finger joint, do constrain parent, click away, grab the next controller, and this one's being difficult, so I'm going to have to go over here and click on the actual one here. Then I'm going to control select joint 42. Y'all's might be labeled a little different, but it should be the one that is right under the middle finger. Constrain parent. All right, we are almost done with one arm, so let's try to get this finger done, and then we'll group all this or parent it accordingly. So I'm going to select that one, left pinky 1, hit Control G, call it left pinky 1 control. I'm going to grab the next one, Control G, left pinky 2 control. Now I'm going to go close the middle finger joint, open left pinky joint. I'm going to select it. Then I'm going to shift select the mesh, go skin, bind skin. Then I'm going to grab my pinky control 1 up here, hold control, select left pinky joint, hit constrain parent. I'm going to click away and get my last control, pinky 2 control, and choose my knuckle joint, which is shows me right there. Constrain parent. All right, so now I just kind of want to show you, if we don't parent all of these joints, we'll run into some issues, because if I try to rotate this one, you'll see that the other one doesn't come with it. So it throws off everything. So now what we are going to do is we're going to work our way up from the bottom, making sure everything is parented correctly. So I'm going to close this. And what I'm going to do, I don't even need the joints right now. I need all of these items. And so we're going to start with our pinky. So with pinky control 1, I'm going to select it, but I want to make sure I actually get the blue pinky control. And I'm going to control select the group left pinky 2 and hit constrain parent. That way now when I move pinky 1, pinky 2 follows. Then I'm going to go to my middle control 1. Make sure if you can't get to it here, go into the drop down here, then control select middle 2 group, constrain parent, go to pointer, then control select pointer 2's group, constrain parent, then go to thumb 1, control the blue one again. We're doing blue as the parent of red. Oops. So let's thumb 1 control, control select thumb 2, constrain parent. You test every one of these number 1 controls. Well, let me see if I can get pointer 1. Yep. And finally, middle. Yep. Okay, so they're all working. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to close all of the pointers, all of the fingers. I'm going to close them all the way up so I can't see any of the blue controls for them. So I don't want to make a mistake here. And I'm going to open up the hand controls. So I'm going to select the hand, and I'm going to control select thumb 1, go constrain parent. Again, I'm selecting the red now because the thumb group is the child. Then I'll select the hand again, the blue one, control select pointer 1, constrain parent. Select the hand again, control select middle one, constrain parent. And finally, select the hand control, control select pinky 1, constrain parent. If I test hand now, all the fingers go. All right, so now I will close the drop down for hand, and I'm going to select the forearm control, the blue one. I'm going to control select the left hand group to constrain parent. Now if I move this one, should take everything. Close the drop down for forearm. Open the upper arm. Choose the upper arm control. Control select the left forearm control group. Constrain parent. If I rotate that, everything goes with it. And then finally, to finish off this arm, I'm going to close the arm piece, and I'm going to actually open the torso control. And I'm going to select the main torso curve, torso control curve, and I'm going to control select left upper arm control, constrain parent. And now, if I rotate my torso, the left arm stays with it. All right, so we got that done. We got one more arm to do. So we're going to try to power through this real quick. We will start like we did last time, start at the top, work our way down. I'm going to grab the arm, upper arm control, hit Control G, rename it right, upper arm control. Then I'm going to select the right upper arm joint, shift select the mesh, do skin, bind skin. Then I'm going to select my upper arm control, control select the right upper arm joint, constrain parent. Now it should follow the movement. Yep. Then I'm going to grab my forearm control, Control G, call it right forearm control. Gonna go ahead and find my right forearm joint, shift click the mesh, skin, bind skin, grab my control, control select the right forearm joint, constrain parent. Then we'll go down to the hand. So we'll grab the hand control, Control G, call it right hand control. Then I'm going to select the right palm joint, shift click the right mesh, do skin, bind skin, grab the right hand control, control select the right palm joint, do constrain parent. Oops, something happened. Let me see, what did I do? I'm gonna undo that real quick. Let me go check my right palm real fast. I'm gonna undo that one. So if yours didn't work like mine didn't, you want to go in here in the right palm joint, this little link here or chain, I'm going to delete it. Then we're going to try it again. So I'm going to grab my right hand control, right click the right palm joint, constrain parent. Now let's see if that works. There we go. So I must have selected them out of order by not paying attention. All right, now let's work on the fingers again, the long, tedious part. I'm going to grab my controls for the thumb, and I can't get them there, so I'm going to go over here, right thumb 1, hit Control G, go rename it, right thumb 1, Control, go grab right thumb 2, Control G, oops, right thumb 2, Control. And you could technically convert all these ahead of time, but I like just doing it in steps because it keeps it a little more organized. Gonna choose my right thumb joint, shift click the mesh, do skin, bind skin. Then I'm gonna expand and I'm gonna choose the first right thumb control 1 and I'm gonna control select right thumb joint, constrain parent. Then I'm going to click away, select right thumb 2 control, if I can get it here, which, there we go. Right thumb 2 control, control select the second joint, constrain parent. All right, so I'm going to close that. Now let's move on to the pointer finger. All right, I'm having trouble grabbing them here, so I'm just going to go over here. Select right pointer 1, control G. Control G on right pointer 2. All right. Then I'm going to look for my right pointer joint. I'm going to click the drop down, but I'm going to select the whole thing for right now. Shift click the mesh, do skin, bind skin. Then I'm going to try to grab right pointer 1. I still can't, so I got to go in here, select it here. Then control select right pointer, constrain parent. Click the drop down for right pointer 2. Make sure to get the blue one. Control select the knuckle joint, constrain parent. I'm going to close those joints up. Move on to the next one. All right, I was able to grab that one. So we got our middle finger here. So I'm going to go Control G, right, middle, 1, control. Then do the next one. You can tell that it's the right one because it says it here on the channel box. Hit Control G, right, middle, 2, control. All right, we got those. Now I'm going to look for my right middle finger. I'm going to select the joint, the full one. Shift click the mesh, skin, bind skin. Then I'm going to grab right middle 1, the actual control. You can tell. Again, I can also tell and go pick it in here if I want. Then I'm going to choose the main right middle finger joint, constrain parent, and click the drop down, choose right middle finger control 2, and select the next joint on it, constrain parent. All right, last finger to work with. Grab right pinky 1 control, hit Control G, right pinky 1 control. And then finally, let's grab right pinky 2 control. All right, now I'm going to grab the right pinky joint, shift click the, oh, this one might, there we go. So let's, right pinky joint, shift click the mesh, skin, bind skin. Then I'm going to grab the right pinky one, control click right pinky joint, constrain parent, and then I'm going to grab right pinky two, control select the knuckle joint, constrain parent. All right, so I'm going to close up all of the joints. I don't need them anymore, so I'm going to hide that for now. Then I'm going to go ahead and we'll start with the fingers again. So let's start with the pinky here. So what I need to do is I need to select right pinky one control, the actual blue one. Control select right pinky two, the group. Do constrain parent. Now if I move that one, the whole pinky should move. So now I can close those up. I'm going to choose middle one, control select right middle two, the group, constrain parent. So if I select that one now, should all move. There's a few blemishes I'm noticing, but it'll work for what we're doing for right now. Let's see, I'm going to close those up. Then I'm going to go to, I may have to grab it over here, the right pointer one, control select right pointer two's group, constrain parent. And again, by doing this, by setting this parent as the control, but grouping it to the group, or parenting it to the group instead of the other control, it'll allow us to keyframe stuff and not mess it all up in the end. All right, so we got those done. So I'm going to close both of those. Again, that one's all hooked up. All right, last one. I'm going to grab left thumb, or right thumb, sorry, right thumb one. And I'm going to control select the group for right thumb two. Again, if I go in here, I've got the blue one selected for thumb one, red one selected for thumb two, constrain parent. All right. Now I've got to select the hand control. Oh, let me close all those. So I'm going to select the right hand control, control select thumb one, group, go constrain parent, click away, select the hand again, do pointer one, constrain parent, click away, hand, do middle one, constrain parent, and then finally hand control one last time, pinky one, constrain parent. If I move that now, uh-oh, one of them did not connect right. That is, which one is not moving right? I must have selected the wrong one on the middle finger. So I'm going to go look at that. I need to look at my middle one control. I need to select this and get rid of it. Then I'm going to grab my wrist again, the hand control, and I'm going to control select right middle one's group, constrain parent. Now let's see if that fixes it. There we go. So somehow I chose the wrong connection, and so that's why it did not move. So anytime you need to break a parent, you just go in, find the gear that, or the link of chain that you're trying to remove, and just delete it. All right, so now we'll go up to the forearm. Oh, I bet I probably selected like the wrong connection. I probably parented it to like the waist or something by selecting the wrong one. Oh well, I got it fixed. I'm going to go to the right forearm, choose the control, then control select the right hand group, constrain parent. Just check to make sure that moves. Yep. Then finally, going to go select the right arm, upper arm, control select the right forearm group, constrain parent. If I rotate that one now, works like a charm. And then finally, I need to select my torso, control, and then control select the right upper arm control, the group for that one, constrain parent. Now if I select them, my entire upper body of my bear is controlled by the torso. The waist controls that whole piece. And because we set it up last time, the root controls everything else. So let me close all of this up now. I'm going to close that. Or actually, let's just look because we made the root one a group. We can keyframe the control itself, but in case you make it a child, you want to make the root a child of, say, a car or something, you want to put it in something, you would then make this group be the child of whatever is going to control it. All right, so now we're going to do one last thing, but I'm going to take my meshes and my joints. I'm going to hide them real quick so I can just select the controls. Then I'm going to go to Window, General Editor, uh, Channel Control. And in here, you can select what is keyable. And so I can set, if I only want to be able to adjust rotation on all of these, then I would take the scale, shift click all the way through translate. Could even have the visibility be keyable or not keyable. But I'm going to select those, press the move. If I move it here, it makes them non-keyable and it hides them. If I move it over here, it makes them non-keyable but still shows me them. And so later on, when we use the shortcut for setting keyframes, it will only set those keyframes rather than a keyframe for all of them. So that was what I intended to show you. So I'm going to leave it like that for now. I'm going to hit close. And so every one of them is set to only keyframe the rotation except for the root. The root can do any of these. So I'm going to go back over here. Control select meshes, control select joints, press H to unhide them. And then I am going to do a file save. And now our bear appears to be ready for animating in the next episodes. All right, so what you can do just to kind of between now and then is just go through, test each of the joints, make sure they rotate and that all of the children of them move with them. And then, like I said, I'm going to do one last save, and I'll see you in the next episode. Good luck.